is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clubhouse Talk. I am Sean Ferguson, here to bring you the latest news in Major League Baseball, the best sport on the planet, and have some fun doing it. If you like this video and any of my other content, please give it a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. This video is actually coming out a day later than I would have liked, and it is one of my favorite videos to do. It is what I like to call the studs and duds of the week that was. I'll take a look back at last week, the previous week, and give you my top 3 studs and the top 3 duds who just didn't live up to expectations or did not outperform everybody else. So again, it is one of my favorite videos to do, so I didn't want to miss this one. So again, a day later, but we're still getting it out there. So without further ado, let's get started. And we're going to start with the studs. Starting with number 3, I got to go with the baby bird, Jackson Holliday. Friday night, Jackson Holliday went on an impressive 4 for 5 against the Red Sox in a loss. The 3 singles and the first career triple for the young Holliday with 1 RBI and 3 runs scored. It was the first career 4-hit game for the Pipeline #1 prospect in baseball. His batting average also jumped over 200 as well in this game after a rough start to his big league career. Holliday is the second youngest Oriole to have 4 hits in a game, only behind the great Brooks Robinson. The Orioles did lose the game, but Holliday has been showing up to his full potential in his second stint in Baltimore, and Holliday gets the number 3 stud for his performance. Number 2, gotta give it to the Houston Astros. We all love to hate them, but they deserve to be here. The Astros in the week that was went 5-1, which is very impressive. The Astros have also won 10 out of their last 11 overall. They started the season slow, and many were happy about that, but they have turned it around in a big way and have had an amazing second half of the season. The Astros are clear of the AL wildcard hunt and now lead the AL West by 4 games. That is crazy to think about after their really rough start. 67-56 is where they sit now, and it seems that they will be in the mix in the postseason once again. Hunter Brown has been a big reason of the Astros' success. Brown is 9-2 in the year with a 2.33 ERA since June 11th. You can't ask much more than that. He gave up just 1 run in 7 innings on Saturday against the White Sox. The Astros' bats are getting hot right now as well, and if the pitching stays strong, the Astros will be very dangerous come October. Number 1, the number 1 stud of the week that was has to go to Juan Soto. Wow. 4 straight at-bats with a home run over a 2-game span. It started Tuesday night where Soto homered in a game 3 times for the first time in his career. It was remarkably the 40th time that has been achieved in Yankees history. Soto now has 23 career multi-home run games, which puts him only behind Mel Ott for the most career multi-home run games by the age of 25. Wednesday's first at-bat is where Soto delivered on his 4th straight. Soto joins an elite list of Yankees that is, of course, led by Babe Ruth, of Yanks who have hit 6 home runs in a 4-game span, which Soto is currently in the middle of. Soto now sits with 34 home runs on the season behind his teammate Aaron Judge with 43, which leads the team and the league. Soto is heating up at the right time, and his hot streak cannot be ignored, which is why he is the top stud of the week that was. So those were your top 3 studs. I love the Jackson Holliday 4-hit game. I watched that live, and that was just great to see every time he got up. It's like, come on, keep it going, keep it going. And that triple was pretty cool to see, too, off the wall in right field. And he just turned on the Jets. Thought he was going to get a little league home run out of it. Came close, but he got a triple nonetheless, his first career. And then Soto, it's scary to see him heating up just because I'm a big-time Orioles fan. So see him heating up at this time, it's going to be good for the Yankees, not so good for everybody else. So with the top 3 studs done, let's go to your top 3 duds of the week that was, starting off with number 3. Number 3 has to go to the New York Yankees loss Sunday night against the Twins. Against the Tigers. The Yankees played in the Little League Classic on Sunday night against Detroit in a pitcher's duel, which the Yankees led 1-0 heading into the 9th. Marcus Stroman barely outdueling Tarek Skubal. Clay Holmes comes in to shut it down, but gives up the game-tying run in the 9th to send it to extras, where the Tigers win it 3-2 in 10 innings, putting the Yankees back into a tie for the division lead with the Orioles. this late in the seaon. The back end of your bullpen needs to be locked down. All of these games matter, and Sunday night, it cost the Yankees the division lead. We will see if there's some movement in the back end for the Yankees in the coming weeks, but for now, that performance gets them the number 3 dud of the week. Number 2 dud of the week goes to the Seattle Mariners, as they had a rough week. With the regular season coming down the stretch, the division races are starting to tighten up. The AL West is a lot more interesting because of the Astros' resurgence and the Mariners having a bad stretch. The Mariners went 1-5 last week. They were swept in 3 at Detroit and lost the first 2 of 3 in Pittsburgh, but snapped that 5-game losing streak Sunday night 10-3. Bad weeks like this are hard for a club late in August, especially when other teams in the league are heating up. The Mariners fell to 4 games back of the division lead thanks to the rough week. That might not seem like a lot, but with how well the Astros have been playing, it might be extremely tough of a hole to dig out of. And the number 1 dud of the week for me, it's going to be a little broad. It is player injuries. This isn't a dud in a sense of, wow, they got injured, way to go. It's a dud in a sense of a lot of players getting hurt that are big pieces for playoff contending teams, and it is tough for fans and for the game. We saw Ketel Marte, the D-backs, re-aggravate his ankle injury. He will miss time. The Braves, Austin Riley hitting the hand, and he had to leave the game and is now said to miss 6 to 8 weeks. Freddie Freeman missing a little time with a finger injury. Kim of the Padres, he had to leave Sunday's game with a shoulder injury. As an Orioles fan, the injuries this year have been insane. 3 starting pitchers out to Tommy John surgery, and another out with a lat injury. Your star third baseman is out with a fractured hand. Second baseman is out with a shoulder injury. I know all teams have their injury issues. It just seems like this year and how late in the year it is getting, the injuries to star players are becoming more and more prevalent, especially last week. Hopefully a lot of these guys come back healthy soon, as it's great for the fans and for the game itself. So there you have it. Those are your 3 studs and duds. And it kind of, again, on the duds part, yeah, the injuries. The injuries are just blowing my mind this season. It's sad, especially like I just said, as an Orioles fan. I feel like they would be well over that 30-game marker in my mind if they had everyone healthy. They'd be one of the best teams in baseball. Again, you have, John Means, Kyle Bradish, Grayson Rodriguez, all down with injuries. Those 3 pitchers you rely on. I don't think they will make that pretty bad Trevor Rogers trade if they had 1 or 2 of those guys still healthy. So injuries make a big, big difference, even at the trade deadline. So like I said, hopefully that gets turned around soon. But those are your 3 studs and duds. Please leave comments to let me know what you guys thought, if I should have added anybody, left anybody out. Again, this is one of my favorite videos to make for the week and gets a little conversation going. So if you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. I try to get 2 videos out a week. And at the end of this week, I should have another video coming out again with my good friend Eli Shelton. That's always a good time. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. This was Clubhouse Talk. I'm Sean Ferguson, and I'll see you next time.